Hey guys, for today's video I'm gonna talk about some practical transfers that you can do this game week. Also, I'll give you my opinion on the best available players at different price points, so you know how to fill up your team when needed. For my first transfer I went with Emiliano Martinez. I think that going from Martinez to Sanchez is a good idea as they have pretty much similar stats and the price difference is 1 million. So with that million you can go and upgrade your maybe midfield or your forward line. As you can see, Sanchez has better statistics and also has a better run of fixtures. You can also get someone like Pickford, that's 5 million, but I would say having 1 million in the bank can be very handy in the coming weeks. For the second transfer that I'm suggesting is going from Ince to Jimenez. Right now Ince is at 8 million and Jimenez is 7.4. One has terrible fixtures and the other one has really good fixtures. You can see that on the shot side of things, Jimenez is far better. The problem is that he's not getting his shots on target and they're not making big chances. Apart from that, with the fixtures that Wolverhampton is getting in the coming weeks, I think that Jimenez will get a lot more opportunities and I think that he will get more goals in the coming weeks. Now things get interesting. Many people are thinking of getting a hit this game week and I think that's reasonable. This is a game week that many price changes are happening and there are many new options in the game, so getting a hit and not using your wildcard might be the better way to go. So for this I went with Fernades and Ince to Ronaldo and Torres. I think that many people already realize that when Ronaldo is playing, he most likely will get the penalties and with that Fernandes' value diminishes. And of course the other one that I wanted out was Ince, as his fixtures are terrible as previously said, and I just went with Ferran Torres as he is the main striker right now, or at least that's what most people are saying. He practiced a lot last year with Aguero about his finishing and also about his positioning, so with Manchester City not getting any new forwards, I think that he will be the main man there, and with a price tag of only 7.1 million, I think he might be a really good bargain. Even if he plays only 75% of the games for Manchester City, I still think that he is a bargain at this price. If you by any chance have two transfers already banked for this game week and you still want to do a hit, I would go with getting out Fernades, Tsimikas and Ince, and I'll get in Cody, Traore and Ronaldo. I think that Wolverhampton have really good matches and their stats show that they can produce a lot of chances. And against worse defenses, I think those chances will get to goals. And of course we have Ronaldo as the third one, as I think that he will be getting most of the positions and finishing in Manchester United when he starts playing. For this price bracket I went with Robert Sanchez. It was kinda close with Bachmann, but the fixtures that Robert Sanchez has in the next 10 game weeks I think are better. So I think that he has the upper hand right now. For my second pick at 5 million I went with Pickford. There were other options at this price range, but after getting the statistics done, it was just pretty clear that Pickford was the best pick right now, and with the fixtures that Everton has in the coming weeks, it was a no-brainer to select him. I would still suggest going with the cheaper option. For my cheapest defender option, I went with Timo Livramento. I think that getting an enabler that has the potential to play all games is a really excellent option. I think everyone has to have one in their teams. Livramento won't be a player that we will be using a lot. He will be the player that we put in extreme situations. Maybe selecting him for matches against Norwich, and that's only if our other three defenders have tough fixtures. So he's a long shot, but I like the security that he gives me from coming from the bench and just being priced on 4.5 million. At this price range I went with Connor Cody. They got the second least amount of shots in the first 3 game weeks, and with their fixtures just getting better and better, I think that getting him and not Semedo would be the safer choice, as we don't know how much of attacking threat Semedo will be in the next coming weeks. I would go with a cheaper defender and try to put those funds in players that I'm confident that they will give me some attacking returns. At this price range I went with Digne. I think that many people are blinded by the 3 clean sheets that Tottenham had in the first 3 game weeks. The stats don't lie. Digne is the superior choice, as pretty much every other stat is in favor of Digne. Also, Everton's statistics as in defense are much better than Tottenham's, and offensively Lucas Digne has more expected assists and expected goals than Reguilon. For this price range I went with Alan. I think that he's the best bench fodder in this price range. He's pretty much nailed in Everton, he doesn't get a lot of yellow cards, he has some chance to get an assist from time to time, and he plays every minute for a good Everton side. So getting 2 or 3 points for a bench fodder, I think he's a perfect fit. But if you want to have a playing midfielder at this price range, I would go with Gallagher from Crystal Palace. I think that I'm getting repetitive with this, but for Traore, I think that he is really attacking right now. Wolverhampton's fixtures are really good, and him being just 6 million, you can upgrade your forward line, or if you want you can upgrade your second or third midfielder too, to a better one. So for me Traore is the best choice right now with the fixtures that are coming. He has the second best statistic for shots for all midfielders, only 1 shot away from Salah. And he's very attacking from what everyone has seen the last couple of weeks, and all the pressure that he puts on the defenders, I think it will be sooner than later that Wolverhampton starts scoring goals. As I already said previously, Ferran Torres is just too good to pass on. I mean, if you have a starting center forward for Manchester City and he's only priced at 7 million, wouldn't you buy him? I would say that you most definitely will, and with the likelihood that he will be just starting game in game out, he is a good risk taking, and hopefully I won't jinx Ferran Torres and he will be playing every week. I went with Emmanuel Dennis, as I think that if you want a playing forward at this price range, Dennis might be the best choice. He has been playing consistently, he has 8 shots in total, and from those 7 are in the box, and of course 1 goal. Apart from that, Watford have a good fixture run right now, and the other choice that I liked was Armstrong from Southampton, but they have a really terrible fixture run, so I think that Dennis is the better way to go. But if you don't want to have a playing forward, just go for another 4.5 million forward that doesn't have a really high selection rate. In this price range I went with maybe the most obvious choice that I had, as I think that Wolverhampton will start scoring goals with the good fixture run that they have, and at the top of the helm is Jimenez, and I think that he will score a couple of goals at least. And with only 7.4, it's better to start getting him now before he starts going up in price. For this price range I went with Antonio. I think this is a pretty obvious choice. Who doesn't have him? But still, I think he's the best option at this price range. Of course, if you want to be a little bit more of a daredevil, maybe, you can go with someone from Bamford or Calvert-Lewin, but apart from you being crazy, I mean, there is no point in selling Antonio right now, or if you don't have him, I don't know what you have been doing. And pretty much that's it for the video. Hopefully I was able to shed some light on what I think about some players and what are the best players in different price ranges. Please subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up if you liked the video and it was helpful for you. And I'll see you in the next one.